Sharelun takai orun velun shakar. Inkai varoritri elun kaishara. Tesura valorin temariso. Nashai lunkai maru sheliat. Kayo shalom shari Soraya Malik. Good day, collective. It's your girl, Sadi Rose, coming to you with today's word. You know, I've been waiting for a while to give this word. It's about how, when you hide bad deeds, it's really cowardly. I very much would prefer someone is out and open telling me how they're going to harm me or manipulate me or try to control me or try to silence me or try to jam me than someone who says they're cool but behind my back operates to harm me in some way, to smear my name, who thinks horribly about me, who talks crap about me to other people. But let's take it a step further. I also think it's cowardly, because I could do a whole word just about that. But I want to call out something more important, which is when we protect the people who do karmic activity. That's very cowardly. And I say this from someone who has really, 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 truly walked this walk. And some of my closest friends, some of my tribe members, like, a lot of the darkness, a lot of the bad energy been sent our way is because we have stood, or we are standing in truth, and that we have called out generational problems that have been hidden, where things have happened in our family where we've been silenced, or people that we know, and people say, oh, it's better for you to be peaceful and to not call out people when they're doing harmful things to other people, when they're controlling, when they're lying, when they're dividing, when they're draining people. It's better if you are peaceful and silent and soft. That is not the divine. That is not how God wants us to operate. Seriously, y'all. To be brave, to be the flame that transmutes. Transmutes means you turn the negative to the positive. That will ignite, that will dissolve illusions, that will light up darkness, that will bring it to the forefront so that it can be addressed and healed, is divine. It is not spiritual, and it is not for the greater good of your family or yourself. When either you're doing something, or people around you and your family, your friends, your people you work with are doing really horrible things, to be silent. And I want to make it clear, I'm not talking about being a busybody and being in everybody's business and trying to tell everybody else what they need to do with their lives because you don't want to focus on your life. No. That's not what I mean. That's not what because there are people who do that. They focus on everyone, outside of themselves, trying to fix their lives. I'm saying, when you see a great injustice, when you see that either you or someone else, even if it's close to you, even if they're your man or your woman, are doing injustices or acting wrong, mistreating people, being condescending, being a bully, being dismissive, lying, not being reciprocal with their energy, stealing, flirting with each other's man, if it's a friend, you see them doing something and it's continuous and you don't call it out, then you are doing a disservice to not only yourself, as God is seeing everything, but also other people around you, because silence only perpetuates cycles of darkness, y'all. That's what's been happening. We've been encouraged just to cover up stuff, just to be silent about it, generation to generation. And you know what happens? Our kids end up taking on the same crap that we had because we never talked about it. We never made ourselves vulnerable enough or held ourselves accountable enough to say, hey, we were taught this as kids and that's why we did it to you, but we want you to be different. We want you to do better. And when it comes to just people in community, period, it's the same thing. Like, people don't want to call other injustices or harms or control or manipulation or just people being rude or people being condescending, people being wrong, people being gossiping, being bullies, because they're afraid of the blowback. Times when people are gunning for me, it's because I'm standing in truth. Now, am I bullying them? Am I like trying to embarrass them and expose them to other people? No. Like, what I have learned to do when I see an injustice is I go straight to the person I see doing it. I do not try to harm them. I do not try to embarrass them publicly, humiliate them in public. I try to go talk to them first about what I'm seeing. And y'all, I've had some crazy situations happen when that happens. When I go directly, man, I had some people, when I go to them to call some stuff out, oh my gosh, it's like they've never heard people be honest or call them out about their bad behavior before and how they're mistreating people. You have to be brave to do that because people are used to mistreating other people and it being tolerable in the workplace, at home, in relationships. And so it could be that they are like, oh, thank you, I've never heard that. And they really like take it into account. Or you become their number one enemy and they do everything and anything in their power because you've triggered something about themselves that they haven't healed. And they will try to hurt you, either directly or through other people. That's a fact. But to me, the reason why I still do it is because I am ready for my environment to reflect who I am internally. I don't want to be in a place where those type of people are allowed to act that way, whether it's at home or at my job, or if it's my kids or my man or a cousin or a sister or an uncle, or my parents are passed but an elder. I do not want to live with people like that. I do not want to live in communities where we have and uplift and protect, y'all. What is up with us protecting the people that are abusive and protecting their harm that they're doing to other people in our family? Horrible harm in the family running. Why are we protecting that when we should be calling it out and trying to address it with that person and try to heal it, and then trying to make sure that we're educating everyone that is not acceptable. Not in our household, not in our community, not in our world. We cannot possibly create a world that works for all of us in abundance, in joy, in sovereignty, in light, with compassion, with joy, with peace, until we start dissolving the illusions, till we start transmuting the darkness, till we start calling it out in our communities, within ourselves, within each other. We have to light it up, y'all. And when we're silent, it is being a coward. I'm sorry. And that sounds harsh. And I'm not saying I haven't been one. Do you hear me? I've definitely not said a lot in the past because I was trying to play diplomat. I was trying to have peace. There was always a reason why I shouldn't say something. But you want to know something? It always ended up coming out anyway. And then when it came out later, it was a hot freaking mess because I wasn't brave enough just to go talk to that person, you know? And if that person doesn't listen to me, then I will go to my trusted family or friends or someone else to try to talk to them too. But I will not. I will no longer, and I encourage you to no longer let those kind of things happen in your life. because it does affect you, and it does affect your kids, and it does affect their community, and it does affect our world. It is time for us to take control. All right? I love y'all.